movie licensed video games. These kind of games are often demonized with the reputation of being badly made and just being cash grabs overall. But for this game, it's really unique in how they did this one because this is a movie licensed game that in some places actually does better than the actual movie. So with Star Wars Episode 3, the game, this was something that was quite interesting when it first came out because we never really heard anything about an Episode 2 or an Episode 1 game, even though those games do exist, with Episode 1 existing on the PlayStation, I believe, and Episode 2 for some reason going to the Game Boy Advance. So when this game came out, I was pretty much done with Star Wars games for a while, since I had already completed the Starfighter series and I was moving away from playing on Xbox and PlayStation to moving on to more GameCube games, which even for Xbox and PlayStation, I never really played those consoles that much from the start. So with Episode 3, I didn't actually see this game again until I played it at Chris's house when I played the last mission, in which there was an alternate ending showing Anakin winning against Obi-Wan instead of the canon ending. So I thought, maybe this game could be interesting, maybe not. I never ultimately got the game until just a few months ago when I got it for this review. So in general, this game is basically a hack and slash game. There's not really too much unique with it, aside from the kind of pointless RPG elements that are put in this game, in which at the end of the levels, you're rated based on how you perform combos, and really that's basically it. And from there, you're given, the ratings of whether if your combos were good, fair, masterful. It's pretty much pointless because for some reason the combo system in this game doesn't really work that well, at least on my end. I've tried using my original controllers I had, seeing that I had to get third-party Xbox controllers for my console when I recently got a new Xbox to replace my old one, and I thought maybe it's the controllers, maybe it's just the game. I can't really figure out if I'm doing something wrong here, but the combos in this game are they only work whenever the game wants it to. For me, I try everything. This game reminded me a lot of Sonic Unleashed, at least the way I was playing it. I tried to figure out a way to, make it more like what the game wanted me to do, and I still tried it, so it still wasn't working for me. But aside from that, I'll say that the battles that you have against characters, at least, the battles against General Grievous, against Count Dooku, Mace Windu, and ultimately the final battles between Anakin and Obi-Wan are actually better than the movies. I'm actually not joking. They actually did what the movie couldn't even do, and I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, I'll say this is probably the one game in which you could actually just play this game and you'd be perfectly fine without watching the movie, even though I still recommend watching the prequels in general, because of how quick this game felt like it was made. You can actually get through this game fairly easily. If you play it on normal mode or easy, you'll be able to get through this game maybe within, I'd say, like 6 to 8 hours, though there are some people who've been able to get through this game in as little as 4 hours. And with that, when you complete the game, you get the option to choose bonus missions, where you can just play as Darth Vader, General Grievous, Yoda, or Obi-Wan. This is a game that I would say you can just be fine with passing on. Unless you really don't want to see the prequel movies, then just play this, and that way you'll get an idea of how Anakin turns to the dark side with better battles. So with that, this is Matt from Studio 41, and I'm out of here. Compared to the movie, the game overall is just average to below average. There isn't much really to go on in terms of replayability or in the gameplay itself. This game is best left to just being something you try maybe once in a while, and if you're really curious, just play to completion. But aside from that, this is a game that I would say you can just be fine with passing on, unless you really don't want to see the prequel movies. Then just play this, and that way you'll get an idea of how Anakin turns to the dark side with better battles. So with that, this is Matt from Studio 41, and I'm out of here.